Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Critical Eye. I'm Chris, and I'm here with.
Yeah, I'm with Drew.
So, some sad news. Unfortunately, Kevin's not here for this one. He's no longer with us. We decided to fire him. It just wasn't working out. So, do you have any words about Kevin?
I
No, Kevin's fine. He hasn't seen M3GAN yet. He wasn't interested when we saw it. But since it's gotten such good reviews, he might see it. But he let us do this one just ourselves. So it's just me and Drew.
Hello. I'm not sure what to do now that you've. I wasn't expecting you to go that route at the beginning.
No, why not?
Because I thought we were just going to establish that's just the two of us for this for this off-brand podcast.
Yeah. Well, I went there, I guess.
Yeah. So this is something that we might do going forward, like for smaller stuff or stuff that like not all three of us see.
Yes.
We're like, because this, as you can probably tell if you're watching, this is going to be an audio-only podcast.
Yes.
So the idea of those ones would be for smaller movies or movies where only 2 out of 3 of us see it.
Mm-hmm. So I think what we'll do for the our audio podcast is just literally it'll just be the thumbnail the whole time with the audio behind it, and then
that beautiful thumbnail that you're all probably looking at right now.
Yeah. Oh boy, I hope you guys enjoy that.
You'll be staring at that for the next half an hour.
Because I've had to stare at that for 25 years. If you're using the thumbnail, I'm thinking of. If you're not, then that's really confusing.
Well, aren't you uploading it?
Yeah, I am. For whatever reason, I forget that I said that and use a different thumbnail. So yeah, this is a little bit different. It's our first time doing it, so forgive us if there's any like weird, I don't know, hiccups or bumps, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're reviewing M3GAN. M3GAN, as if you saw our short, which how many
last I checked, I had about 1,400 views for the short,
which is like our most successful short to date.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, we have started doing more shorts. We just did one. It'll already be out by now, but we saw A Man Called Otto.
Yeah, we did that one already. Yeah, and then we've been going back looking at some of our older clips from the podcast and just sort of like clipping them as shorts.
Yeah, so there's a couple from Black Panther.
Yeah, I think it's just Black Panther.
And then we did Puss in Boots one, but that's our like initial thoughts.
Oh yeah, the non-edited one, the live reactions.
Yeah,
which that's probably gonna be something we're gonna be doing as well, where we're just gonna go out and do like a quick minute live reaction or to the movie we see.
Yeah, well, it's fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
So this is our review of M3GAN or M3GAN. Yeah. It's the new January horror movie from Blumhouse and James Wan.
Yeah, he didn't direct it though.
He didn't direct it.
He produced it.
Yeah. But I think it's just because his name is so big, it's kind of like it's attached to it.
Yeah, the James Wan horror universe.
Yeah. Not part of the Conjuring universe, though.
Aren't they all connected?
Yeah. What if it was part of like that like whole paranormal like case file for the investigators with a doll? Wait, there already was a doll. It was Annabelle.
Yeah.
But I mean like a robot doll.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought this thing had inspiration from Annabelle.
I don't know. I think it was just because it was a doll. But M3GAN was directed by Gerard Johnstone. I wasn't familiar with any of his other films when I looked them up.
I don't know anything he's done.
I did look it up. It says he did sorry, I was looking up a podcast recorder.
He was looking at other podcasts while he should be focused. He was trying to cheat on us.
No, I was looking up a portable like podcast thing. He has done a movie called Housebound in 2014, which I think I've heard of, but I've never seen it. Sion's Wedding in 2006. Never heard of that one.
So this is his breakout. This is his breakout
and then,
movie.
Yeah, in 2005, something called Nothing Special, which this movie was something special.
Yeah, this was definitely a special movie.
And as you guys know, when January horror movies come out, they're usually just awful.
Usually, although last year we got Scream in January, and that wasn't bad either.
Was that January?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was January.
And the new one comes out this year.
Yeah, but that's not January it comes out.
No.
But I mean, ever since the pandemic, movies haven't all screwed up anyways. So,
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Like maybe January is no longer a cursed month.
Maybe.
Although some of the other stuff we've seen so far this year,
This year?
well, some of the other new January release, not just horror, but
Oh, I was like, what else have we seen? Yeah.
we were just talking about it earlier.
Yeah, A Man Called Otto. That's a whole.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the Pale Blue Eye.
Oh, the Pale Blue Eye. I don't. Are we doing a review for Otto? No, I don't.
We could probably talk about that after this podcast.
Yeah, we can. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Pale Blue Eye. Yeah, well, that's another review I guess we're doing. And actually, funny enough, I know most of the reviews are pretty like mostly positive. This is probably the one, like one of the first reviews in a long time that's pretty like negative. Not for M3GAN, for a Pale Blue
Yeah, I
Eye.
was gonna say we'll run M3GAN. Yeah.
Yeah, but M3GAN, it's let's get back to M3GAN.
Yeah, let's not foreshadow the future of this podcast.
Let me slide that over here.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense to do it that way.
So M3GAN stars Amy Donald. I don't know who that is as the voice of M3GAN.
Was she the voice or was she?
No, oh, she was the body actor. That sounds weird, but let me explain. For M3GAN, they used a mix of like CG. They used like a body actor because you don't really see the person. It's a child acting as M3GAN.
Yeah, they had some the M3GAN thing. It's a person.
Yeah, so all the movement was her. I think some of the close-up stuff was CG, like the mouth moving and all this stuff. I know I had read that it was a mix of CG, like real actor, and voice over, like VO or AD stuff.
Similar to The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Like the girl in The Exorcist, was makeup and she was mouthing all the words, but they had someone else when she was possessed. They had someone else do the voice.
It's like and then the Evil Dead stuff.
Yeah, Evil Dead too.
Sorry, my friend just texted me.
Good for your friend.
Yeah. It starred so I think Amy Donald was the child actor that played her, like the actual doll, and then
Jenna Davis
was the voice. It also stars Allison Williams, and
now she's also from another Blumhouse film. I think it's Blumhouse from Get Out.
Yeah, she was in Get Out, the Jordan Peele. Yeah, was that Blumhouse?
I forget. I thought it was.
Was that Monkey Paw?
Now you got me curious.
Because I know Monkey Paw is another pretty big studio.
Yeah, and they do some of his stuff too, right?
Yeah, I think they did Us.
Yeah, no, it's both Blumhouse and Monkey Paw.
Oh, it's both?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that guy was Dax Shepard for a second.
They don't know who we're talking about.
No, so there's a guy named Brian Jordan Alvarez who plays someone named Cole.
Was Cole the kid who, with the ears?
No, that was, Cole was one of the guys that worked in the office, I think.
Oh, that...
Was he the one that stole, the secrets?
That looks nothing
So we'll get into that.
Okay.
We'll get into it. So Allison Williams is from, she's Brian Williams' daughter. If you don't know, Brian Williams is a news anchor.
What?
No, he is. He went to...
Did he well, I know he got that whole scandal.
The whole thing with the helicopter.
The helicopter. But didn't he retire recently?
I'm pretty sure he still does news, but for a different channel, I thought. But I'm not sure.
He was on MSNBC.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
thought he just retired. I don't know.
Maybe he did. She's also from a show called Girls. I've never seen it, but I know it's very popular. And I know Adam Driver was in it as well, briefly. I don't know if actually for how long, but I know he was at least in it.
Yeah.
And then Violet McGraw as Gemma's niece, Katie. And the summary of the movie, it took me a while to get to that.
Is she related to Keith McGraw, the country singer?
Yeah. Is that a thing, Keith McGraw?
What's it, Tim McGraw?
Tim.
No,
That's why I was like, Keith?
I don't know. Yeah, Tim McGraw.
Who is Keith McGraw? I want to look up Keith McGraw now and see if that comes up.
Okay, so while he's looking up Keith McGraw, just to give a synopsis of the film, M3GAN is pretty much about this girl who's tragically in a snowmobile or snow accident. Her parents are driving in the snow. They get hit by what appears to be like a semi 18-wheeler truck. The parents die, and her aunt, who never really spent much time with her, ends up taking custody. She's struggling to cope with the fact that her parents died, like most children would, and to help cope with that, she ends up the aunt, Gemma, ends up giving her this prototype doll that's supposed to be this super advanced AI. And as the film goes on, you find out that, like most Black Mirror-ish-esque things, maybe technology's gone too far.
Yes. I think so. She's incredibly advanced AI. It's got like groundbreaking technology, and it's just not managed well. And she learns way too quick, and she gets really protective over Katie. But yeah, it was. What did you think of it first? Initial thoughts?
Well, before going in, I thought it was gonna be bad. Like I thought it was gonna be fun bad, where it's like, oh, there's nothing gonna be good about this, but I'm gonna have a good time. Kind of like Malignant. Like I went to Malignant. Not with any hopes, and then by the time Malignant was over, I was like, yeah, that's about as dumb as I expected, but it was fun. This movie, on the other hand, was fun, but was actually pretty good. I was actually surprised by how much I enjoyed the film.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think they knew exactly what it was, and they didn't take it too seriously. I think it was like dark funny. Like it's funny, but like in a dark way. But I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. So yeah. I had a question in my head and then I immediately forgot it.
That's fine.
Drew, talk.
Not
put you on the spot.
Yeah, do we want to get into spoilers in these type of videos? Or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's been out for a little while.
Yeah. So spoiler alert. M3GAN ends up killing people. They kind of do it cleverly where the doll is kind of talking to the aunt about the experience that Katie's going through, and they start getting into this conversation about death and how death is sort of the end of life. And at that point, that's kind of when M3GAN ends up like considering the fact that she's supposed to protect Katie at all costs, and if anything could cause her death, even the smallest, slightest inconvenience, she is going to try to do whatever she can to stop it. Mm-hmm. But she, takes things out of context, like most of these, like, technology films do. Like the plot itself is pretty generic when it comes to, like, technology is bad. But I still think it does it in a clever way and a pretty fun way, too.
Yeah. If anyone is, like, disrespectful to Katie, like, so, for instance, like, if we're going into spoilers, there's that scene where she goes to, like, that... Is it a camp, or was it school, like an outdoor school?
I didn't understand what that was. It felt like it was, like, a outdoors homeschool kind of thing.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, and anyways, let's just say it was, like, a camp.
It was, like, this, like, camp thing, and, so when they first, like, get there... The Aunt Gemma, she says because she knows that something's wrong with M3GAN at this point, so she's trying to take her back to what was the name of the company she worked for?
I forget the name, but it's pretty much
it's a toy company.
Yeah,
like a huge toy company. Their claim to fame was like basically a Furby, but it wasn't Furby.
It was like a Furby and Tickle
like a for real pet kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mix of Furby and Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah. Do you remember those for real pets? I think that's what they were called.
Vaguely, yeah.
I think my sister had one. And so M3GAN was like a one of its kind, and the company wanted to make more of them because they saw the demo and these people, they're like investors flew in from like all over the country to see it, and they're like, we need to make more. And so she knew something was wrong with M3GAN, so she wanted to bring her back to her office to try to work on her and figure things out.
But she kind of figured out things were going wrong with M3GAN, like the day of the big reveal presentation that they were supposed to do for her.
But she's at this like camp, and one of the counselors comes and she thinks that M3GAN's like another like girl, like human girl, and they find out she's not, and so she's like, well, dolls go on the table. And I think Gemma's kind of just like had enough, so she's like, fine, you can bring her.
Well, yeah, because Katie like became super attached to M3GAN.
She's kind of a brat about it.
Well, yeah, it was Katie had a therapist, and the therapist kind of explained it as, typically in a scenario where the parents die, the child looks to the next guardian
Yeah.
almost as like to look up and become super attached to that because they don't want to lose
Yeah.
something again.
And Gemma didn't have like any
Yeah.
kids, so she had
So,
no experience.
It was unique. Yeah, it was a unique scenario where this AI doll ended up taking up the role of a parent for Katie because Gemma didn't really have the time or know how to be a parent.
And so she, instead of like trying to figure it out, she just
So
basically took the easy way.
Like, I mean,
Sort of, not really. She tried.
But the idea is that Gemma is treating treating M3GAN like an object because it's a robot. It has it's not alive, but because of what's done to Katie in her life, she's treated as if it's another person.
Yeah, and because M3GAN has such an advanced AI, she's like getting treated as an object. It like makes her like hate Gemma.
I don't know what makes her hate Gemma.
Kind of like loathe her, right?
Well, she just doesn't like that Gemma's trying to throw away her best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Well, no, I mean M3GAN feels that way towards Gemma.
Well, I mean, if someone took me out back and shot me, you wouldn't be.
We need to talk later, by the way.
Well, I'll say
so
like.
Speaking of that, Kevin. No.
Yeah. So she thinks of M3GAN as
I said
like
Kevin. I meant M3GAN.
Yeah, she thinks of M3GAN as a real person.
Yeah.
And Gemma trying to take away M3GAN or even like disassemble M3GAN is pretty much murder in Katie's eyes.
Yeah.
Even though M3GAN's doing all the murdering in the movie, but.
So they get to this camp and they have to like pair up to find something. I don't remember what they were looking for, like pine cones or something, some fruit or something in the woods.
I tuned that part out, to be honest.
Yeah. And there was this one kid that was like really like not nice, and was like making fun of Katie, and so like M3GAN. Sorry, I keep laughing because I think about it. She like attacked that boy.
Yeah.
And she like ripped his ears off.
Well, you're forgetting when she went into attack mode, and she started running like a beast.
If I can find like a clip of that, I'll like try to put it in if I can. If not, then it's in the trailer. I don't need to do that. Watch the trailer.
Yeah, this is the audio only podcast.
I'm not doing much work for that.
No, we don't need much work on this one.
Note to self: don't make yourself do more work than you need to do.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder.
Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, no. So pretty much, what you were trying to say is that some of the deaths are kind of like like they kind of like skim through them because it's a PG-13 horror.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog. Yeah, she just grabs the dog and you never see it again.
You just see a dog go through a fence and that's it. And then you at the end said I wanted this.
Well, if this was an R-rated movie, we would have seen her like kill the dog probably, and that would have been.
And then they would have had no animals or harm to the making of this movie.
Yeah. But for the bully kid though, like they kind of graphically show what happened.
Oh yeah,
the
ears.
But it's very funny.
I think it's
like she grabs his ears and she just stretches them like really long. And then I think they like rip off one of them rips off or something.
Yeah,
like,
and he's running and then he trips
into the road.
Oh, because he does this like weird thing to her. Like he grabs her like before she goes after him, and he's like running away with her because he's trying to steal her.
Yeah.
And then he like, I don't know, he like throws her on the ground. And he like gets on top of her, and I'm like thinking he's gonna do some weird like just.
This is the PG-13 film.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh my god, is this what is going on? I thought this PG-13, but then he just starts like slapping the crap out of her, and he like flicks her in the nose.
And she's not taking that.
No, and she goes full girl boss.
Yeah, she just rips his ears off.
That's what you gotta do.
And then he tumbles down a hill and gets hit by a truck.
Yeah, and he loses his shoe.
Yeah, the shoe.
And that was pretty much the saddest part of the movie. The poor shoe, but also he dies.
Yeah, you were like he lost his shoe, and I'm like you were like he lost his shoe, and I'm like I think he lost his life, Chris.
I'm not even a shoe person, and I was like, oh no, the shoe. I loved the annoying neighbor because she was the whole thing at her, and she was just annoying first of all, but she like the whole thing at the power washer and the chemicals, and they were coming into Gemma's lawn.
Yeah.
And so the way she died is because she had been looking for her dog, because her dog was the one that was killed. Excuse me. And she thought Gemma like got rid of killed the dog or something. But Megan really did it. And she's been like looking for the dog, and she hears by the way, Megan can like mimic sounds or voices or anything that she hears.
Yeah, so like mimics the sound of a whimpering dog, which is probably the dog that she killed. So she's mimicking the last audio recording of the dying dog.
Well, wouldn't you?
We're gonna move on from this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But so the neighbor like goes into the shed where she thinks she hears a dog.
But it's Megan like doing the audio.
And Megan like comes out of the shadows like she's Batman.
Yeah, like Robert Pattinson.
And what does she do? She like
that should be, if we do an intro. I don't know if we're gonna be doing an intro for audio, but that should be an intro where like the scene of her like looking, and then it just cuts to the Robert Pattinson Batman walking out,
or the Homer Simpson just backing into the shops. Sorry, or the what?
Or like all those mob guys in the beginning of the Batman, how they're beating up that guy, and then they look the corner and they see Batman walking out.
Where's Megan?
Yeah, they look the corner, just Megan walking out with the same music.
I'm Batman. And so like she kills a neighbor with a power washer. She like, first of all, she blows the neighbor back with a power washer. That's first of all. No power washer is that strong.
There are some that are pretty strong. Have you seen some of them? But I think
this wasn't an industrial power washer.
I don't know what that crazy one. I mean, this is a universe where advanced AI children exist.
It's gonna happen, Drew. It's the future. And then she like turns on the chemical part of the power washer and basically dissolves her. I think is what happened.
Although the power washing could throw back, she probably just use water, probably would rip your skin off.
Yeah.
You know? But
she used like chemicals, so I'm pretty sure it like dissolved her.
Yeah, so this movie did a lot of like foreshadowing, where it's like, oh, at the beginning of the movie they give these hints about things that are gonna happen, like the dog being mean and aggressive. Well, the dog's gonna die. Oh, the neighbor abusing her power wash chemicals and spilling them into her neighbor's yard. Well, she's gonna die from the power wash chemicals. Like this movie did a lot of like foreshadowing.
And then I thought that was kind of fun though.
Yeah.
And then the best part, the dancing.
Yeah.
No,
it was fine.
I wanted to see that.
I thought it'd be more, but pretty much
it's what it was in the trailer.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is just what it is in the trailer. I thought the dancing would have had more of a role. It's great. There was a lot more singing than I thought.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When she's singing, what was she singing?
That 3 Doors Down song, right? Was it Bulletproof Fire? What is the song?
Fire Away. It's a Sia song.
Is it Sia? Oh, Chandelier. No,
shit. Hang on.
It's
I'm Bulletproof.
Titanium.
Yeah, Titanium. Yeah,
it is.
Titanium.
Isn't it 3 Doors? No, it's not 3 Doors Down.
3 Doors Down is a guy, it's sung by a man.
Yeah, Titanium's David Guetta.
Yeah, well, he doesn't sing it.
But I thought he does a version.
He does like the music part, and then other people sing his songs.
So who does
this?
It's
Sia.
It is Sia?
Titanium featuring Sia, yeah.
Okay. Featuring Sia.
Yeah, because David Guetta does the
he's
music.
a DJ, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of those like Avicii.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah, but
yeah, there's that, and then there's what else does she sing?
Yeah, where she's singing a lullaby of Titania, which...
Oh god, it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah,
and it
comes out of nowhere.
I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but like I just cracked
I think it was. The way they timed it, like she just they're talking, and then she just bursts on the singing the lullaby. Yeah. I think they meant it to be funny.
Oh my god, it was so funny. And then what else did she sing in the movie?
I forget what else, but there was a lot of singing in the movie. Surprise! It was a musical. No, it wasn't.
It's M3GAN on Broadway. What else? Talk Drew.
You mean what else about the movie?
Yeah.
The ending.
Oh my god! Oh yeah.
Which was another foreshadowing.
No, they had that. What was his name? Jeffrey Francis.
I forget, but Gemma, she pretty much in college, she built like this giant mech robot. I mean,
that you control with
it's
gloves.
pretty much like the Hulkbuster.
That's what I kept saying. I was like the Hulkbuster.
but you don't go inside it. Instead, you have like these like
It's like
Oculus Rift controller.
it's like the things in
Like the
the
power
Avatar movie, like the mech suits there, but because they have those gloves.
Yeah,
like,
but you don't. But they don't. But she doesn't go into.
No,
those
yeah,
suits.
that's the only difference.
It's just this robot, and like you can control it.
So like think of like Ready
your
Player
hand.
One.
Yeah, so they pretty much only showed this thing in the beginning of the movie because they were gonna be like, hey, this is what's gonna fight M3GAN at the end.
By the way, like the foreshadowing is like super obvious.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's a fun obvious foreshadowing.
Yeah, and so they use that giant basically. Gemma's trying to like destroy or shut down M3GAN, and M3GAN knows, so she's like tied to like everything in the house. She shuts down everything, and she's like trying to like kill Gemma. And Katie comes in and like has the gloves, and she like just destroys M3GAN.
Yeah, but she doesn't die from that. She gets ripped in half, and then she's like crawling.
Yeah.
What kills her at the end?
I don't remember.
Yeah, because the robot thing was too cool. Whatever happened after that wasn't.
Because then the robot like falls, right, and breaks.
Yeah, doesn't she just like bash its head in? I think.
Yeah.
Like Gemma just keeps bashing its head in
With something.
I forget what she bashes it in with, but yeah.
No. Katie like takes apart with the robot. Remember, she takes out the head and like pulls the chip out. Wasn't that Katie that did that? The kid.
Was it no?
Oh, Gemma pulls the chip
Gemma
out.
pulls,
She bashes it.
Katie rips M3GAN apart.
Yeah,
throws the torso.
In the beginning of the movie, they mentioned the chip, and they said that's the brain. That's what makes it live.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah. You didn't see that, but I like pointed.
Yeah.
Like I know what they're doing with that. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean. It was a fun movie. I mean, nothing special, nothing spectacular about the film, nothing groundbreaking, but it's a fun time. Definitely a fun theater movie too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would like watch it again. Maybe I'll watch it like when it comes out again once, but like I don't. Other than that, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on streaming, maybe I'd watch it again. Like it's a good theater movie, but I'd say only watch it once in theaters.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
What did you give it on Letterboxd?
I gave it 3.5.
I think that's what I gave it.
Okay, so the average is 3.5.
Yeah.
Unless Kevin wants to chime in.
Should I call him? No, I'm kidding.
I'll be like, hey, what's your review for this movie you haven't seen?
Yeah. Yeah, that's M3GAN.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, your final thoughts?
No, I just like I said before, it's a fun time. It's better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a pure turn your brain off kind of movie.
Got a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's very high on Rotten. Yeah, it's getting good reviews.
This and Puss in Boots are higher than Avatar 2 is.
A lot of things are higher than Avatar.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
Except the box office.
The box office. Oh yeah.
Because Avatar's the 7th highest grossing film of all time now.
What is this made in the box office? How do I find that?
You can go on boxofficemojo.com.
Is that
Please sponsor us.
What? Where's my money? Box office.
I guess we're taking a detour to figure out how much M3GAN has made in the theaters. You didn't put the 3. But you aren't even on the website. This is riveting.
There it is. It's made as of Wednesday.
No, that's how much it made. That's how much it made in one day. It made about $1.7 million yesterday.
And so it's made $30.4 million altogether.
I think it's just for over the weekend, which it's his opening weekend, I guess. I'm guessing.
No, opening.
Total worldwide is made $52 million.
Wow. And its budget was like $12 million.
Yeah, the budget. So there's gonna be more M3GAN movies.
Yeah, they've already started talking about sequels.
the way the very end of this movie.
M3GAN.
I thought it was gonna be called For Lissa. Like a 4, like the A is a 4.
Yeah.
But no, the way M3GAN ends is that everyone leaves the house, and then Gemma has like this house AI thing, and like it mysteriously turns on.
Yeah.
So insinuating that M3GAN's AI is still hooked up to technology, meaning that she could still cause destruction.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie's success. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of these. We're probably going to get some. And I mean, if they're as fun as this one, I'd be fine with it.
So it's only been out for a week, and it's already made over 52 million. So
yeah, it's done pretty decent for this kind of movie so far.
Yeah, I would say. Wow, good for them. It is Universal Pictures, so I wonder if they'll do some kind of like, for like a Universal like horror nights. You know they do those.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
You mean in their studios?
At like the park.
Yeah, they do like horror stuff.
I wonder if they'll do anything with this.
Possibly.
Yeah. Apparently, because the trailer came out before Halloween, before last October, and there were like pictures online of like kids dressed up as M3GAN already. So. But yeah.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, it's a typical like PG-13 horror film, but actually pretty decent.
Do you think it would have been better or worse if it was R-rated, or about the same?
I mean, I personally like it when they push the edge on things.
I do
when
too.
They go overboard, so I probably would have.
They got their one one F in there, one F word in there.
Yeah, they did.
That made me laugh really hard. Because it was like at the camp thing, and Gemma is working with like these other like parents, and they're like, what is it? One of them was like, "Oh, my son, he's so sweet," and she like says like, "Oh, do you need a jacket? It's cold." And he's like, "Fuck off." It just made me laugh.
Now this isn't for kids, Chris.
We get our one. It's PG-13.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Relax, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, so M3GAN.
M3GAN. All right.
More like M3.5 out of 5 GAN. I'm sorry, Chris. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is our first audio podcast. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have some more of these. Maybe we won't. Who knows? I mean, I think it's like a fine way to do like smaller films like this.
Yeah.
I don't think we need like an hour-long podcast on these type of movies.
Because even in this, we kind of went off track, but it still kept us, I think.
Yeah. Usually we go off track, but I feel like we stayed on track for
I would
given
feel
how short this is.
I would feel bad if we just went to just audio only, just because your brother got the green screen for you.
No, we're not. Yeah, no, I'd feel bad about that too. But no, I meant like smaller stuff like this.
Yeah.
Would be fine.
Like, I don't know what's coming out next.
The next big one's gonna be Ant-Man.
When is that? April? No.
February.
Oh yeah, February.
So that's gonna be.
I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
Apparently, Marvel has said it's gonna have like big like implications for the.
No, they probably say that with every movie.
Well, anyways, that's M3GAN.
Yeah, this is our audio only review of M3GAN.
Make sure to check out our letterbox that we haven't put anything on.
Yeah, our empty letterbox. My personal, I fill my letterbox all the time.
I do too. Mine too. So go follow our letterboxes. I don't know if they're linked at all.
They're not. You gotta go searching for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe and click on that.
Yeah.
Click on the bell.
Yeah, check out our other videos and check out our shorts that have been coming out recently.
And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you later. Bye bye.
See ya.